The happiest days of my life are when I'm gonna get married, when I'm gonna have kids, and when Jagex produces more drama, because that means more content for my channel. Unfortunately, today is kind of a sad drama day. You see, I woke up today happy, excited. The channel is finally taking off. Summer is getting closer. I just had my birthday last week. And then I read the news post from Jagex and my mood did a full 180. So I'm just gonna riff for like, I don't know, 10 minutes, because honestly, I'm kinda pissed off. Well, not pissed off, more like upset. And since I'm gonna be addicted to Runescape for the rest of my life anyways, I feel like I need to voice my concerns. It's not gonna be some highly edited video, but I have this elite clue in my bank, so join me while I complete this clue and ramble for 10 minutes or however long this takes. Let's get started. To fill you in, for the past 6 months, Jagex has been working on PvP Arena to remove Dwell Arena, the biggest gambling addiction, pit, hole, dungeon, whatever you wanna call it, that infests old school RuneScape. They wanna replace Dwell Arena and I 100% agree. It adds nothing valuable to the game, and not only could it bring legal trouble to Jagex, it has ruined so many players mentally and financially. And no, I don't mean financially as in you lost 10 million GP yesterday. I mean financially as people have genuinely taken out loans to buy RuneScape Gold and gamble it away. Thankfully, all of that is gonna be gone soon. The issues players have had in the past 6 months is the rewards in the new PvP arena. It has been a lot of back and forth between players and Jagex to find a feasible solution. I made an entire video on the subject. If you wanna go check that out, please do later on. I go deeply into how badly Jagex handled the situation, and turns out today things haven't really changed. So they come out with a new solution, and the funny thing is, after like the third or fourth attempt to fix the rewards, they aren't even that bad now compared to the previous versions. Every piece of equipment has their downside and upside, which balances itself out. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind seeing some of this in the game. The issue at hand is how Jagex handles the way people can vote this new PvP gear into the game. You see, Jagex thought that restricting people who have done PvP activity wasn't enough. And now they put even bigger restrictions into place. Let's say you have fought in LMS for the past 6 years since the PvP minigame came out. Unfortunately, you won't be able to vote on the new PvP minigame. Yeah, you played old PvP minigame, you can't vote on the new one. Jagex said that with a straight face. Let's start with the biggest issue, which is that there have been so many bad news coming out in the last, I wanna say 9 months. And the problem is, once Jagex loses that trust between them and the players, it is so hard to build that trust back. If you do one bad thing, who is gonna say you won't do that again? If you gatekeep voting once, who is to say you won't do it in the future? And I know there is a stigma going on with content creators where you're not supposed to criticize Jagex because, well, don't bite the hand that feeds you. But you know what? If this puts me in the bad spotlight, so be it. But to emphasize, I don't even hate Jagex. In fact, if you watch any of my videos, I specifically often say how Jagex has done miracles with this game. It was never supposed to last more than a year. People gave it a year, maybe 2 years. Now we're going on 10th year and the player base is growing stronger and stronger. That means Jagex is doing something right. But this voting system is not it. This is not the solution, and I'm so sad all these moderators can't see it themselves. So what I ask of you, if this means anything at all to you, which it should if you play RuneScape, is to vote no on the upcoming poll on, let me see, it is 6th of June, to ensure that the integrity of the game Jagex so much supports yet doesn't comply isn't gonna be ruined. And no, please don't pity vote or spite vote or anger vote or do some sort of vote manipulation, whatever you wanna call it. I didn't make this video because I'm angry at Jagex. I'm sure we're all big boys and girls who can understand consequences to our actions. I ask you to vote no because this has huge impact on the future of this game. If this goes through, what it shows is that Jagex can gatekeep voting until they get enough yes-mans to vote for any poll to pass and then be like, see, people do want this update. But that's not how voting works. You can't narrow down your player base just enough for everything to pass and then pat yourself on the back and be like, yay, we did a good job. You want to make a new PvP minigame and then loudly yell out, okay, people who played old PvP minigame, can't vote on the new one. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. If we add the same concept to any other updates in the game, I know players would be even more furious because, like it or not, the PvP community isn't that big. So think about it this way. If Jagex came out with Raids 3 rewards and said people who did Raids 1 and 2 can't vote on Raids 3, would you be upset? It makes no sense that you wouldn't be able to do that, right? Well, this is exactly what's happening right now with PvP Arena. I mean, what's next? If this still doesn't pass after Jagex made the voting system completely biased, are we just gonna keep narrowing it down until only Jagex employees can vote? I mean, how far are we gonna go with this? Here is a funny fact. The new gear about to be bold can be used in Soul Wars, Castle Wars, Clan Wars, LMS, but the people who enjoy these minigames can't vote on the rewards. What Jagex is saying right now that none of these games have enough merit to be real PvP experience. Another example of players who can't vote. The most ironic part of all of this is that under every piece of gear is additional question. Can you use this new PvP gear to do PvM activities in wilderness? The catch is people who enjoy PvM activities in the wilderness won't be able to vote on these questions. So you have essentially a very narrow PvP community able to decide if there are changes for PvMing in the wilderness. How absurd is that? Like the players who do wildy bosses for pet hunting or money making won't be able to vote if new gear that affects them enters the game. So you end up with all these players who enjoy Soul Wars, Castle Wars, Clan Wars, LMS, wildy bosses and so on that these rewards have effect on, but none of these players can say yes or no if they want them in the game. Not only that, Jagex even states in the news post that we already know you as players are not gonna be happy with this. Then why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Isn't the whole purpose to make your players happy? Like, if you already know before the ball is out that many are gonna be unhappy with this, shouldn't you take a step back and be like, yeah, maybe this isn't the way to go about it? Jagex is like, this is gonna make our players mad, but you know what? Let's do it anyways. Let's keep pushing and pushing until they agree. User from Reddit said it best. I'm paraphrasing right now, but it was something like this. It reminds me of 10 years ago, an evolution of combat. Players said this is not a good idea. Don't do it. And Jagex said the exact same words. We know some of you are gonna be unhappy, but we believe this is the best option. This is like one-to-one statement that was said 10 years ago about evolution of combat, and it almost killed the entire game. Now we hear the same sentence again. Oh my god, I need to take a breath. Give me a second. Okay, I calm down. I'm gonna leave you with this. I don't have much to add, but the future of old school RuneScape has always been in the hands of players. I don't know why, but I personally have trusted Jagex to make the right call, because at the end of the day, most of them are gamers as well. They know what's best for the game. But I'll say it again, this is not the way voting system should work. And if this goes through, who is to say future updates won't be the same way? Jagex are gonna be able to pick who can vote and who cannot on anything that enters the game and remove completely the whole idea this game was born 9 years ago, where players decided what enters and what doesn't. If we want to keep voting the way it has always been and the way it has proven to work, we need to make sure that whatever happens on the next poll doesn't ever repeat, even if it takes us back to step 1 of PvP Arena. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Bye.